A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description.
Chapter 1. From the Titans' Epic. Born of the beginning, forgers of tyranny. Ashes of the sky, what remains after Uranus fell. How does a world begin after the sky is torn open? The moment time is born, and chaos begins to burn inside the chests of the Titans. After the heavens quaked above the earth, after Uranus was severed by a merciless stone sickle, after his blood sprayed into oceans, valleys, and mountain peaks, silence fell. But it was not peace. It was a silence of a different kind, like the stillness at a funeral, when time halts out of respect for a body that still bleeds. Uranus died in flesh, but remained as a voice without a body, whispering through dreams, screaming from the depths of memory. The sky was no longer a roof, but a phantom, and so the world began again. For the first time, Gaia raised her eyes and found nothing above her. No more sky pressing against her body, no more nightly violation, no more suns shoved into prison by the lust for power. But Gaia did not rejoice. Yes, Uranus was gone, but the blood, hers and his, would not be washed away so easily. She had slit the sky open with her own hands. She had given the sickle to her son. She had watched it all unfold. And whoever slaughters a lover does not remain the same. Gaia was no longer the mother of the cosmos. She became something more complex, the wound that birthed life, and her silence now was louder than any god of Olympus. In the instant Uranus fell, something unimaginable happened. The earth opened its mouth and released her children. The 12 Titans, sons and daughters of Gaia and Uranus, buried alive within her womb, rose to the surface. Their shoulders touched sunlight for the first time. Their skin, hardened by darkness, burned beneath the newborn sun. But their eyes did not weep. They burned with fury. They were not gods. They were something else, born of accumulated rage and strength denied birth. Now, they had emerged, and in each of them pulsed a fragment of the tyranny they had endured beneath the body of the sky. Cronus, the father-slayer, did not celebrate. He stood now, holding the sickle, dripping with god blood, his siblings around him, his mother behind him. But his face knew no peace. He had realized what no one else yet could. To cut the sky does not mean to own it, and whoever slaughters the father inherits not only the throne, but the curse that sat upon it. Something new had entered the world. Time, not the time we measure in clocks, but a time without beginning, without mercy, without end. Cronus was not lord of light, nor rain, nor love. He became the lord of counting, the endless tolling of seconds. From that moment on, everything was measured. How many days remain? How many children born? How many heartbeats left? When will the throne be overturned? The Titans, born of the forced union between earth and sky, breathed for the first time. But they did not breathe air. They inhaled the ashes of a sky that had been torn above them. Each one of them carried ashes in their heart, shards in their chest, and a question burning behind their eyes. Will this generation fall like the one before? And will one of us become a brother killer like Cronus? The sky was no longer what it had been, but the earth had not yet found rest, and the titans upon it did not walk like gods, but like heavy shadows still searching for names. This was no clear victory. This was the true beginning of tyranny, because when the first oppressor falls, justice is not born. A void is born, and the void always hungers for its next tyrant. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.